Hi, this is Don Long with Long Brothers Landscaping, and today we'll be discussing a little bit about bioponds. Bioponds have become pretty much a necessity on most construction sites in the Raleigh, Durham, actually in the state of North Carolina. We primarily have seen a lot of them here recently in the Triangle area, but they pretty much are all over the state. Biopond construction is not really that hard. It's fairly simple, but it needs to be done in a step-by-step process so that they are not contaminated and so that you don't put a lot of money in building them and then have to redo them. There are some steps you can take in building the bioretention ponds that will help you. Number one, most recommendations are to build the ponds at the end of construction. Once vegetation has grown in and all of your construction is pretty much done, so that you do not get silt, dirt, debris, and other things in the biopond to cause contamination. So the step one that you would want to do would be the timing of when to build your biopond. Obviously, sometimes we've had sites that we've had to build them in the middle of construction, and the only way you can really do that successfully is to put fencing, silk fencing, or some other type of barrier around them to keep anything from getting into them, and then you need sod around them as well to keep any silt. Even doing that, you could still have some debris come through the concrete pipes. The best thing to do is to make sure, obviously, to do them at the end of the sites, which is recommended. The second step would be excavation of your ponds. You need to make sure that the ponds are graded out to the right grades. Obviously, that is absolutely necessary so that you start at the right grade in the field, because most of these ponds have mix of anywhere from 2 to 4 foot of this biomix, and so it has to be in that depth that's drawn up for that particular job. So you have to be careful that the excavation is done ahead of time and make sure that is right on. The next thing you need to look at is soil selections. A lot of times the state has a selection of a particular mix. The run-through time usually is a 48-hour run-through on those mixes, and some of the mixes we found need a little bit more organic than what they recommend. So what we like to do is get selections of the soil, have them tested to make sure that they meet the specs, and then what we like to do is make some recommendations to the general contractor / owner, developer, whoever it may concern, so that if we think that to get the proper run-through time we need a little more organic, we try to lean that way to make sure that they function properly as they are designed. The last thing you need to look at is not all soils are created equal. And there are many blends out there and many people who blend these soils, and we found that the blending of the soils is absolutely it has to be done just right, and then the testing has to back up that it was blended correctly. And so you don't want just anyone blending your soils. You want to make sure that you pick a good provider that actually has the soils on site or can get them there, and that they blend them correctly, and then preferably you can do your testing either on site or get them to send you a sample and have them tested so that it meets the specifications that are spec'd in the engineer's drawing. We have an article, and I just wanted to document this because a lot of things are in our article, and we wanted to send you this in the video in case you want more information. And it's the 4 tips for proper installation of your bioretention ponds. You can see that article if you type that tagline in on Google. It'll pull our article up. And if you need more information, please contact me at don@longbrotherslandscaping.com, and then our website is longbrotherslandscaping.com. We'd love to hear from you, and if we can help you with your biopond construction, please contact us.